have to be so careful with policies that says, I am going to give you $500,000 more so that you can put it as a deposit on your home. You really need to answer the first question. Where is the house coming from? So there will be always good suggestions being made. And the person who is going to receive it, that $500,000, say, yeah, that's great. Not realizing that what the policy is actually doing is pushing the prices of homes out of the reach of people. That is why governments matter, because the wrong policies can have devastating impact and effect. And people are saying, yeah, great policy, but they don't see the negative impact coming. And then another cycle comes back and then they are frustrated and they say, you know, I can't bother. You have to think carefully. And we give great deal of thought to what we do when we make policy. So Martin will tell you, and the chairman, that we agonized over increasing the loan limits. Because as you increase the loan limits, it's almost following, as you know, as they say, night follows day, that the price is going to inch up because developers say, you can pay more. So what we have done, we have put in a trip clause in it to get people to focus on affordable homes. 14 million or less, we give you an incentive to purchase within that band and an incentive to developers to build homes within the $14 million band so that more people can afford it. Again, we did that because we recognize that as we do more on the demand side, we are having an impact on price. So the commitment that we made in 2020 was on the supply side. How we are going to increase the number of homes available to Jamaicans that will have an impact on the affordability of the homes. Now, we know how difficult it is to build homes. And I didn't want to give you an unrealistic promise to say, we're going to build 150,000 homes in 5 years. We can't. We don't have the capacity to build even 30,000 homes in 1 year. We just don't have it. So the harder thing to tackle is the supply side. The developer spoke, and he would have mentioned how long it took him to get this done, all the other partners that he would have had to deal with, all the permitting requirements, and then the tough negotiation between the NHT and the developer to make sure that we get the right deal, because we are not wasting not even 1 cent of NHT's money. And then to build, to find the masons and the carpenters, and it's not a simple task. When I announced the 70,000 houses to be built, how are we going to do this? We went to the Dominican Republic and we saw a model that they were using. And we came back and we configured some strategies along that line. We configured the guaranteed purchase program and the developers program. The notion of the guaranteed purchase program is to take away the risk from the developer. The NHT will pre-purchase, in a sense, the houses, or guarantee the purchase of the houses, so that the developer, in building the house, would not have to worry that at the end of it, his capital is tied up. He can't move on to our next project because of the length of time it would take to sell. So we de-risk the project. And we have done some modifications to it to allow for some advance payments to get the developers to go. And then, of course, there is the developers program. So on the supply side, we are making headway.